What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and it's your girl, Sista Gurl on Films, and I am coming back today with another movie review. So today I will be talking about The Intruder that stars Meagan Good, Michael Ealy, and Dennis Quaid, and it comes out this weekend on May 3rd. So if you're interested in watching this review of this suspense thriller, then stay tuned and we're going to get right into this review. So enough of all that, let's get into it. Let's go. Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? So The Intruder stars Meagan Good and Mike Ealy as Annie and Scott Russell, who are a newlywed couple that find their dream home in Napa Valley, California, and they buy it from a widower named Charlie Peck. Charlie seemingly is super sweet. You know, he's just really sad because he lost his wife to cancer, and Anne is super sweet, and so she kind of takes a liking to Charlie in a way that Scott is a little leery of Charlie and doesn't think that Anne needs to trust him as much as she does. Charlie is supposed to move to Florida with his daughter, so Anne and Scott can take over the house and live there happily ever after. But after a while, things start to happen around the house that makes them realize that maybe, just maybe, Charlie did not leave after all. So this movie, like I said, it comes out this weekend. I got to go to a pre-screening of it, and it is a Screen Gems film. So if you know anything about Screen Gems, you know that they typically, unfortunately, give us a lot of cash grab movies, which means that they might not necessarily be the best movies, but audiences do turn up to see them. Probably one of their most notorious one is Obsession, that stars Beyonce and Idris Elba. So it's very similar along those lines, because those are the type of movies that Screen Gems tends to give us. So Meagan Good and Michael Ealy, to me, they gave a pretty average performance. This movie didn't really beg them to give us a lot, but you know, they gave us a decent performance. You know, I wasn't mad at it. I like Meagan Good as an actress. I don't think she really ever goes over the top. I think she, you know, it wasn't an Academy Award winning performance or anything like that, because it wasn't that type of movie. But to me, I liked her character. I think that she gave us really sweet, borderline naive wife who just wants to be nice to the guy because he's lost a lot in terms of losing his wife and his family not being there for him. So I really loved her character for that. The screening I went to was an audience of people who were maybe more obnoxious moviegoers. So there was a lot of, oh no girl, why you do that? She's so stupid. It was a little annoying at times, for me at least, because I don't really like those type of moviegoers. But if that's your kind of thing, then you might like going to see this movie. But I thought some of the decisions she made, I understood them, because she just felt bad for him. So a lot of times when she should have been questioning his motives, or how did he pop up at the house at this certain time, things like that, I could see why she just didn't really pay much attention to it and saw it as him just being harmless and lonely. The character of Scott, played by Michael Ealy, he was an okay character. He was, you know, your typical kind of a jerk. There was this weird backstory with him and him not liking guns that seemed really forced to me. I was like, what the hell? It was just kind of out of left field. So in terms of character development, there wasn't a whole lot of that in this movie. But to me, honestly, the best parts were Meagan Good's performance and Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid played Charlie Peck, and he played a psycho, and he really played that very well. There was a part in the movie that was super cringy. Like, I was just like, this was just too much for me. And it's odd because the audience saw what they laughed, and I was like, I don't think this is a laughable moment, but to each his own. I was pretty grossed out by it. That's about it. Those performances were pretty good to me. The negatives for this movie, it was, like I said, it was really predictable. Like I said, it's Screen Gems. It's a cash grab type of movie. The way the movie started, it started so weird that I honestly thought it was a trailer for another movie, because I was like, what the hell is going on? It had absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the film. There was an opening scene that kind of set up how this couple was able to afford this nice house in Napa Valley. But I'm like, how about they can just afford it because they have nice jobs? I don't know. I didn't think that we needed extra explanation as to why they were able to afford it. So I didn't like that part of it. The ending and the movie just kind of ends. I don't think there was a lot of closure that happened. So I'm not a huge fan of that in movies either. Yeah. That was, you know, pretty much it. I would say that It comes out this weekend again. I would say go check it out, because even though it wasn't the best movie that I've seen in a long time, it was quite enjoyable. It was like a guilty pleasure type of enjoyable. You know, those kind of movies that on a Saturday night, you're like, what the heck is this? And you're like, okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. So I don't know if I could consider this movie Sista Gurl approved, but I would say that if you're going to the movies this weekend, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be hard for you to probably get tickets for Endgame, because people are going to be watching that again. I know that's probably what you plan to do. So if you get to movie theater and you didn't buy your ticket in advance and you're like, dag, what is about to start in the next 10 minutes, and you see The Intruder, I would say go check it out. You know, why not? It could be an entertaining time. You might laugh because you actually enjoy it, or you might laugh because it's so ridiculous. I don't know. So those are my thoughts on The Intruder. Comment below if you plan to go check out this movie, and let me know some of your favorite Mike Ealy and Meagan Good roles and performances. For me, Michael Ealy, I loved him in Their Eyes Were Watching God. It's like one of my favorite romantic movies of all time, with him and Halle Berry. And Meagan Good, I hate to say it, I don't really have like a favorite performance of hers, because all of her movies just tend to be kind of the same note, but I just like her in general. I think she's gorgeous. So there's that. That's all I have for you guys. So comment below, share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna see you next time for something else. Thank you for your support, and I'm gonna see you next time. Holla.